Mets pounded by the Nats, 25-4, in the most lopsided loss in the team's 57-year history. For a franchise that set the benchmark for futility during its inaugural season in 1962, the New York Mets somehow managed to outdo themselves on Tuesday night as the current incarnation of the team fell to the Washington Nationals, 25-4, in the worst defeat in club history. The 44-60 Mets are not yet in last place, thanks to the miserable Miami Marlins, but Tuesday's performance was clearly reminiscent of the infamous expansion team, which posted the worst record of the 162-game era in 1962. The worst of it came in the eighth inning, when 35-year-old lifelong infielder Jose Reyes was forced into pitching duties. Even to throw Jose Reyes out there and the guys hit them like they did, you don't even see that in batting practice, Mets manager Mickey Callaway said. Those guys were locked in, they came out tonight and they beat us up pretty bad. Callaway also called the loss embarrassing. The Nationals set the team's scoring mark dating to their days when they started as the Montreal Expos in 1969. It was the Mets' most lopsided loss in their 57-season history, worse than the 26-7 pounding by Philadelphia in 1985. It got so out of hand, Mets television announcers Keith Hernandez, Ron Darling and Gary Cohen took turns reading verbatim from the team's media guide in the late innings. The SNY network played the theme from Masterpiece Theater in the background. Reyes was making the first pitching appearance of his career when he was tagged for home runs by Matt Adams and Mark Reynolds in a 6-run eighth. Throwing a fastball in the mid-80s miles per hour and a curve in the upper 40s, Reyes gave up 5 hits, walked 2 and threw 48 pitches. Reyes retired Ryan Zimmerman on a fly ball to begin the inning. The Nationals went batty after that, and Zimmerman came up again with 2 outs. This time, Reyes floated in a pitch that hit Zimmerman in the leg. Zimmerman did a little shake in the batter's box, then playfully faked a charge toward the mound, drawing a laugh from Reyes. I didn't want to make 2 outs against him. I've played against Jose for a long time. He's one of my favorite players to play against, Zimmerman said. He always has a smile on his face. That was pretty funny and surreal to hit against him after all that we've been through against each other. Reyes said he had wanted to pitch in one game before he retires. When you are on the mound before you throw a pitch, it's fun, he said. But when you start to see people hit a homer and stuff, I don't want to see that. Asked if he was available for Wednesday's game, Reyes kidded, not for pitch. Reyes wore one of Ace Jacob deGrom's gloves on the hill. DeGrom was among many players on both sides chuckling at the spectacle. Trey Turner, who apologized before the game to his teammates for homophobic and racially insensitive tweets he sent several years ago, had 4 of Washington's 26 hits. Pitcher Tanner Roark hit a 3-run double during a 7-run first inning. Murphy drove in 6 runs, Anthony Rendon had 4 RBIs and Zimmerman also homered. Ahead 7-0. The Nationals then scored exactly 3 runs in the second, third, fourth and fifth innings. Hours after general manager Mike Rizzo capped a relatively uneventful trade deadline day by expressing his confidence in the Nationals as currently constituted, Washington broke loose and evening its record at 53-53. Bryce Harper, who had been mentioned in trade speculation, hit a pair of RBI doubles and scored 3 times. It's been an emotional day and it was a good way to end it, Nationals manager Dave Martinez said. Leading 25-1 in the 9th, the Nationals still hit a little speed bump at the end. Reliever Sean Kelly gave up a home run to Austin Jackson, wound up and flung his glove to the ground. The homer came after Kelly, working quickly, had been told to slow down by the plate umpire. I was just trying to get through the inning and get the game over with, Kelly said. I thought everybody had seen enough baseball for one evening. Kelly said he was sorry for his tantrum. You should never throw your glove. We should act like adults, he said. Jeff McNeil hit his first career home run. As he headed from the plate back the Mets dugout, he already had the souvenir. The ball came back on the field and was flipped to him before he reached the bench. Roark, 5'12", went 7 innings. Steven Matz, 5'9", got only 2 outs and allowed 7 runs in the shortest start of his career. Murphy had an RBI single in the first, a 2-run homer in the second and a 3-run drive in the third. The ex-Met is hitting .391, 59 for 151, with 11 homers and 43 RBIs against New York.